Hey everybody, welcome to another special episode of iTalk Movies here on the Popcorn Talk Network. Today we have four very special gentlemen in the studio, and funny enough, all their names are Cory. Weird. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's iTalk Movies.
It's so epic.
I know. Hey.
Angsty 80s music, getting into it. Just rock out, gentlemen. Just let it play. Let's get into it. Oh.
I know the children.
See, I can't even pretend I know this song. I know the movie it's from, but I don't know the song. But hi, everybody. Welcome to this special edition of iTalk Movies. I am your host, Keetin Marchi, and here today with four very dapper gentlemen and very talented gentlemen. And I'm going to try to introduce all of them because I was practicing their names before we went live. So we have Elijah Marcano.
Yes!
Boom.
Nice.
1 out of 4.
Nailed it.
Justin Ellings.
Yeah.
We'll go Casey Leach.
What's up?
What's up?
You're on fire.
And Scott Bosely.
Hey!
All right.
You got it right.
Very good.
You got it
Very
right.
good.
These are all the stars of A Tale of Two Corys, which is Lifetime's latest movie about the relationship and kind of aging of Cory Haim.
Haim.
God.
Haim. Cory Haim.
Dang it!
What was that? A minute two?
Cory Feldman and Cory Haim, the two teen 80s icons from the Rat Pack, correct? Right? That's what they call it, right? Didn't they call them the Rat Pack or the
I believe that was
like
a-
that whole group?
That was a
Oh.
The whole
different.
group, though.
A bunch of the.
No, it was a bunch of the 80s,
Yeah.
the 80s
Yeah.
kids. They call them
I don't
like
know if I remember the frat
the
pack.
Frat
Or I don't remember
Pack, the Rat Pack.
There's the frat pack. There's a rat pack. There's all sorts
There's
of
a
packs. I
backpack.
can't remember.
There's a back. Oh, there we
Hey.
go. Well,
We're the backpack.
before we dive into the interview, you guys, well, first of all, you guys can follow me on social media all over the place at Keetin Marchi, and you can follow the Popcorn Talk Network at the Popcorn Talk Network. Where can we follow you guys, just so people can go ahead and do that before we listen?
On Twitter and Instagram, it's 8 Elijah Marcano 8.
And mostly I'm on Instagram, but I also do a little bit of Twitter, and it's just Justin Ellings, just my name.
On Instagram, I'm Casey Leach with 2 H's because somebody stole my name.
Screw you, other
man.
Casey Leach.
And you can follow me on Instagram at It's Me, Scotty B. Man, I was waiting to do that.
You waited all day to do
Thank
that.
God you were last. Because all of us would have been like, I can't live up to that.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't-
me, Scotty B.
I can't do it.
me, Scotty
I
B.
wish I was Scotty B.
DJ job, aren't you?
Yep.
Well, first of all, guys, congrats on the film.
Thank you.
I got to
Thank you.
watch it today, and first of all, learned a ton. Love the movie. It was kind of surreal watching, because I know Casey from the real world. And now it's very surreal for me because like I was watching you guys on my screen all day, and now you're here. So, what was kind of this whole audition process like? I mean, to be filling these big shoes of these two icons, what was it like, and kind of trying to emulate them?
Okay. Well,
We go down the line. How was your audition?
Yeah,
Who
we're
got
just
cast
we all just
first?
instant. You asked the question, we're like,
Come on, Elijah.
Go for it, bud.
Talk with me.
Okay, well, first of all, I taped the audition. I know you guys all went in the room, right?
Yeah.
I was still living in Atlanta, so I taped, and yeah, no, I mean, I remember buying the book when I got the audition, or I bought the book at some point and started reading it.
What book was that?
Oh, Choreography by Cory Feldman.
Okay, there we go.
But,
Wait, it's really
good book.
called choreography?
oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's actually a really
Why
freaking
we
good
love
book.
you,
It's
Cory
really
Feldman.
good. Really good book. But yeah, no, I bought that, and really it was just like watching a bunch of movies. Honestly, I remember at first I was a little discouraged. I was like, I don't think I really look like Cory Feldman. I was like, I don't know if I can. And my mom was like, no, you should go for it. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I went
Thanks,
for
Mom.
it, and yeah, right, for real. So yeah, no, I mean, it was really just watching like a bunch of movies and like listening to 80s music too. Like I mean, like in the car and everything, like for just getting in that vibe. And yeah, and then I remember like just going like the whole audition process. I did a Skype call. I'd never done that before, like with the director.
See,
That
you
was
know
cool. That was-
something's legit when they're like,
that was-
we'd like to set up a Skype
I
call
Skyped
with
it.
you
Yeah,
and
that
the
was
director.
crazy.
You're like,
Yeah.
I'm so close.
Game time.
I went. My acting coach back in Atlanta. I went to his studio, and it was like the entire time like, we were having like Skype call. We were having troubles with the call. So the whole time I was like. It was like so freaking tense. I was like, oh my god! And I was like, just get this over with. Like I was like so nervous, but yeah, we did it, and it was really cool. And then for the last audition, I got to go in the room with this guy.
Guys, that was chemistry read.
Bromance is
chemistry.
real.
And like
We went to Panera.
yeah. I told my agent, I was like, so can I like meet up with this guy? And he was like, yeah, I'll reach out to his agent. And then so yeah, so Justin and I we met at Panera before. He walked in, and I was chilling there, and he walked. I was like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" And, like it was great. And,
Yeah.
That was a good Justin.
That was spot on.
Dude, he comes in, he's like, "Hey man, nice to like." One of the first things like cars, because you were like.
I'm a huge car guy. For those of you that don't know, I am a huge car guy. And we instantly got talking about Corvettes because his dad has 2 Corvettes, and I'm a huge Corvette guy.
He was like, "Whoa, dude!"
I was like, oh my god, what?
So yeah, but then like we went in the room and it was great, and it was a really awesome audition.
It was really
so-
What
it
scene
was
did
so
you
much
guys
fun.
do?
We did the we did the one talking about.
Oh yeah, when it was by the pool.
The
There was,
Yeah,
there was one that was cut out with when we were smoking.
Oh yeah, there was that one too. Yeah,
that was cut out.
we were smoking a joint.
Oh, you shouldn't be surprised.
Right, right.
You're like, this is like, there's one where we were smoking, and then one where we were talking about the pool. It was those.
Yeah. So those are the 2 ones.
We did some improv too, but anyways,
That was fun.
I took too long. Dude,
That's okay.
On you.
And then
Sorry.
and then damn Elijah, come on, man. So for my audition process, I was actually out in Long Beach. I was doing like I also do some sort of like live special effects. That's kind of what I do on the side when I'm not acting. It's actually a lot of fun. So I was doing that, and I was in Long Beach, and I got this audition, and it said for young Cory Haim. I was like, young Cory Haim. Why does that name sound so familiar? Like I couldn't put a face to it. And then as soon as I get back to my aunts, because I was staying with them, they were like, The Lost Boys. I was like, oh my god. So then of course I rewatched The Lost Boys and License to Drive, and like I watched all that night, and then like the next day or the day after I had the audition, and I remember thinking like, you know, in License to Drive, I kind of look like Cory Haim. So I was like, I think I might have a chance at this. And then I had a callback after that, and then that's when I had the chemistry read with this guy, and we went to Panera, and we just talked about the story. And
I just imagine it was like a phone call, like in the movie, like, "Hey, Cory,
no,
this is Cory."
it really. Well, he reached out to me over text. Like he texted me, and he's
Okay.
like, "Hey, do you want to meet up? I'm going in for the chemistry read for Corey Feldman."
That started it all.
And then that started it
Wait,
all.
so did you know other guys? Like, did you just choose him of the other guys that got called back, or
He was. It was.
I was the only Cory
the
Haim
only
that
one
was.
that I knew about.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah,
I was the only one.
I was the only Cory Haim. Let's be real here.
he was the only Feldman who reached out to me?
Yeah.
So it was like,
It was-
hey,
it was me and
director,
one
throw him a
other guy.
bone.
Yeah, it was you and one other guy,
Yeah.
and to be honest,
Sorry,
I kind of
other
like.
guy.
It was as soon as I met him, I was like, this is the guy I want to
Well,
work
you
with.
can't say you like the other guy better now. Like you've already filmed the movie. The movie's out, man.
You're just like, yeah, what's the other guy got?
I think about it now. I was like, that could have been great. Anyway, now it's your turn, Casey.
I just remember when Casey disappeared for a while, and we were like, "Where's
yeah.
Casey?" And they're like, "He's filming this
gone.
big movie." And we're like, "What? Where?
Big
what?
mystery.
What freaking movie?"
It's on vacation. I wasn't filming. I was a short period of time for filming. I was just gone for the rest of the time. Yeah, the audition. I actually submitted for it, and they did not
Did you?
invite
That's
me
cool.
to an audition.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But I remember clicking on the name because I didn't know who Cory Haim was, and they showed an image, and I went and Google search, and I was like, okay, like I could look like, all right. And so they didn't invite me to audition, and I got really sad. I know.
It's okay,
I know.
Cory.
But then
Someday someone will love you.
Right.
Someday, maybe. I don't know.
Anyone? Cameras? But then they released the audition or the submission, and I thought, I'm hard-headed, so I resubmitted. And they invited me in, did some reads, some calls, and then eventually did a call back with this guy. And I always like to say it felt so weird because we were doing the big fight scene or an altercation
alleyway, right?
scene.
Yeah, it was when I said that you weren't gonna be like in a Lost
Boys.
Boys. That whole
Yeah,
scene.
Lost Boys.
Yeah, when he was gonna be in a cameo.
And so it was kind of like Hey, I'm Casey. It's nice to meet you. I'm gonna push you around a little bit. Are you okay with that? And he went with it, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. And,
Heck yeah. And then it was love at first sight.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm like intruding this whole thing.
Fifth
right
wheel.
now.
It's okay.
I know,
It's okay.
really. I should have been sitting in that chair talking at you guys. So you did do chemistry reads because that was one of my questions. How much did you guys know about the Corys before you went in? Like, was it like a initial, okay, I'm gonna go audition for this part, let me do my research, and then once you got the part, it was like almost you went to Cory school, or is that kind of how it was?
Very much for me, yeah.
I knew much more about Feldman. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd heard of Haim before. I'm pretty sure, and like I knew what the Lost Boys. I mean, I knew about the Lost Boys, of course. I'd never seen it prior to, though. But like, I mean, I knew Feldman for sure. And like Stand By Me was actually like still one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I
for
was gonna
sure.
say Stand By Me and The Goonies. I mean, it's
The Goonies. Oh, dude, I used
Yeah,
to,
The Goonies.
I used to quote Mouth all the time. Like, there's one, like when they're up in the attic and he's behind the painting and he goes, Mikey, give me one liquor, I used to quote that that crap all the time. But yeah, no. So like I was much more familiar with Feldman than I was with Haim.
Yeah, and this is same thing for me. I think, and Scott as well. We didn't really.
Yeah, I knew of him like in Stand By Me and stuff, but I wasn't like caught up with it. So it was like Cory school. I like read a lot about him, watched all his movies, and I was like, whoa, there's a lot to this.
Yeah, when I got the initial audition for it, I mean, I was like, I didn't know about like the whole story about it. I just knew like they were two actors in the 80s, and when I got the callback, that's when I really started to like dive into it and like wanted to know what it was. But when I booked it, it was like, I think I had like either 2 or 3 weeks between when I booked it and when we were on set, and it was just like I watched every interview, watched every movie, read every article about them. Like I just wanted to dive into this character like as much as possible.
Because we were cast in when did you guys get the word? We were cast in January.
Yeah,
I
January.
think it was January.
Yeah,
I have a
January.
horrible
And
memory.
we started
Okay.
shooting in March, so we had a quick turnaround.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
So it was
turnaround.
just kind of like.
Did you watch all the reality television shows?
Everything.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Every
I would be
interview,
mad if you
television.
didn't.
But that was it. Was like
Absolutely.
you said. It was just crash course in Cory.
So, like, this story, like, and the stuff you guys, I don't know how old all of you, I know how old Casey is, but, like, how old are all you guys, if you don't mind me asking?
20.
20?
17.
17?
25.
Oh, you're old.
25.
Oh, you're old too.
What? Sad.
28?
Yeah.
There you go.
I know, I still go out for high school parties.
Ethereal baby face.
Riverdale.
No, right?
Yeah, Riverdale.
All those high school parts. But this is like really heavy material. Like
Yeah.
this is like stuff that I feel like even as a 28-year-old, if I was given like a script or something and said, "Hey, read up on this part, you're going to be reading for this like, girl," I'd be like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Really? Like how was that kind of taking apart that material and then addressing it? I mean, I felt like you dealt with the most.
I was gonna say that was the kind of the
yeah.
crazy bit is by the time it got to us who were the older actors, we didn't deal with it, so they had all the.
They had the.
Well, I remember initially reading through the script, and I when it came to like the scene that I was dreading was the molestation scene in the trailer. That scene, I was like, oh, see me be uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, it is a job, and I love what I do. So I said, this is what you want to do for the rest of your life. So you gotta push through this, and it was very uncomfortable, but in the end, I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. And then also this like the drug scenes, like I don't do any of that stuff, so I didn't know. So
I don't do that stuff.
I don't know. But like,
Mom, I don't do anything.
Mom, I don't. I swear. Anyway,
I know you're watching.
yeah. Hi, Mom. And I just remember like having to like try to figure out like the different ways like being high or like on coke, like just like that intense energy, and then like the mellow, like it was definitely weird because like I was like looking up like what people were like, and I feel like if people were to go through my search history, then they would have been like, what are you trying to figure out here? But yeah, that was
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that was it was definitely intimidating, but it was a really great experience. So
Yeah, it was intimidating for sure. I remember it was rough. Well, before we get to like the molestation part, I like what you said about drugs. When I was out here, I was living with a friend from Atlanta, and when she was gone one day, and I was at home, I was like stumbling around, I was like running around, I was acting like I was like switching between drugs. I was like, if she walks in right now, she's gonna be like, what the hell's going on?
What are you
What are you
on?
doing right now? Like I would like lie on the couch for a while, and then I'd just like get up and like start like but yeah, and I was like just researching just like drug effects and like different stuff like that. But for the molestation, I remember watching like interviews with people, which that was rough.
Yeah.
People who were sharing experiences, some graphic stories, and also reading the book too. I mean,
Yeah, the book.
that goes.
Yeah, the
that
book
goes
was
into a
another thing
lot.
that was a great like insight
sure.
onto their life
Yeah.
and like just being able to like read like what happened to them. Like that was another great thing to help like be able to get to that point, like understand and portray it as best as possible.
Did Cory ever sit down with all four of you and just kind of talk to you guys about kind of stuff, or did that?
We had the chance to speak with him, and he came on set, and I think you guys had a bit more FaceTime with him and talked.
we
to
talked
him.
We talked to him for a little bit, but it wasn't so much about that. It was more like about their relationship together.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that
okay.
was it was more chemistry. It
Yeah.
wasn't.
He did a great job of being a presence on set and being
Yeah.
supportive and lending kind of his little information here and there where it was asked for, but it was never an overbearing presence on set.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I think that was really nice. He gave a lot of support to the actors.
He gave
And-
space too.
Yeah, it gave
like-
space
yeah.
and for our own, a creative interpretation, but also if we had any questions, he was a great resource.
He was always open for that.
Absolutely.
He was talking to people all the time, like on the
Yeah.
phone and everything.
Which is great, considering, what we're asking of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. So how accurate was the film?
I mean, that's the question, is that
Yeah.
none of us were there or could be there, so it's...
we can say that with the book, I mean, there are parallels in the book for sure,
Very
and there's only so
accurate.
much you can put. There's only so much you can put, in like 90 minutes.
Yeah, in a TV movie or something like that, where you're constrained by other things.
I mean, there's an obvious filter there, but I mean, I can say that with the book for sure. I mean, there are a lot of allusions to the book, a lot of parallels there. But I mean, like as far as, all the details of the story, it's hard to.
Well, imagine everything that went down in the TV movie, in the script, and just imagine if you're just kind of scratching the surface, and that
Yeah.
TV movie is what you get. If you go even deeper, you're living this life day in, day out. Imagine how dark and crazy that
Yeah.
can get.
Yeah, we were on set for like 15 days, just like continuous, and
Yeah, it was a power through that shit.
yeah, we just it was 3 weeks. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was 3 weeks. We had the weekends off, but during the week it
Which
was
is nice,
just
that was nice.
yeah. The weekends were great.
steady.
We hung out like all
Exactly,
the time.
yeah.
Yeah,
I worked.
And then so we had 5 days of straight like shooting. It was just like Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday were our days off. And then for those days off, like I hung out with these guys to just like get to know them a little bit better, and then I hung out with this guy mostly so that we can have better chemistry on set, which we already had.
That's the
great
only reason.
chemistry.
He doesn't really.
I
Want
don't
to
really
hang
like
out.
this
It's
kid
just
at
like
all.
chemistry.
It was just the chemistry.
It was
But-
all fake.
What?
It's fine, whatever.
But,
Did you guys filmed it in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was out
okay.
here. Yeah.
Where did you go?
I disappeared. I don't know which camera to look at when I do that dramatic, like,
I disappeared.
and then I got to do it twice
There you go,
more.
there you go.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a favorite memory of those crazy 3 weeks on set?
There were honestly
There were
this
so many.
is gonna
Yeah.
sound like people are gonna be like, of course he would say that, but I mean honestly, like there was a lot of like really it was honestly overall an amazing shoot
Yeah.
for real.
Us four hanging out on the beach.
A lot of
That was-
the
that
beach.
was-
that was
I mean
cool.
the beach was one of my favorite days because I
The
mean
beach.
it's the beach and it was really fun scenes. I remember Patrick the guy, playing my dad. He was so freaking funny. I was like in the sand laughing. So
Yeah,
hard.
oh my
But it was
God.
cool because like we were all there, like
Yeah.
all four of us. That was one of the
Yeah.
days all four of us.
That
were there,
and the
which was
mansion.
great.
The mansion.
The
was
mansion
great.
was great.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, without the
a lot-
bunnies?
Yeah, there were a lot of like really good days though. It was-
You stop.
He's laughing at the way I'm trying to have like a
Oh, with all the bunnies. Yep, with all the bunnies.
with all
Best
the
day
bunnies.
on set for these boys.
But yeah, no, honestly, there were a lot of really great days. The beach sticks out to me though.
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
beach was-
all four of
It
us.
was also
there, and the scenes were
closer. It was
great.
closer to the end of the shoot too, so I feel like that was at that
We
point
were
it started
closer,
to,
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first day though. It was at the house when we were doing
Yeah.
interviews where we met them for the first time. It was like, oh shoot, because like,
I
we had
know,
seen,
that was-
we had seen pictures of. We had seen pictures of them before.
Sit down,
I knocked that. We had seen pictures of them before, and it was. Oh, cool.
Oh, that's from the beach.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that was from our day.
Look at us, we're so dramatic.
Oh my goodness.
We should be a boy. If we said that we were gonna become a boy band, that would be our album cover.
That's a great album cover.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that was an amazing day though. Cause what was it? Oh yeah, the first day. Yeah, it was really cool. Like we all sat together at lunch and that was awesome. We all met and it was great.
Yeah. He tells me that he thought that I hated him the first day that I met him.
Yeah, true. So first day that we were
I
on
love
set,
this.
we were on
I don't know if I've heard
set.
this
The first
before.
day that we were together, Elijah and Scott weren't there, and I was walking by him and I saw him in the distance. I was like, oh, that's the guy that's playing.
That's mini me.
Yeah, I never say, is he mini me or am I humongous him?
Yeah.
But I saw him coming and so I was like, okay, I'll like, hey man, it's me.
Wow, that's really smooth.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Casey's the least favorite.
Scotty.
So he walks. So he walks by and I'm like, hey man, good to see you. I'm something like that, just in passing. And he just come from something else, something a little more intense, or from scene or something. And he was like, yeah, and he kept walking. And I was like, oh shoot, this is gonna be a long shoot. Okay.
Jeez, I haven't heard this before.
No. But then, I mean, seriously, the next time that we saw each other, it was. I don't think that he had remembered again. He had just come from a scene or something, and I love him so much, and he loves. I think he loves me.
So cute.
So it was just.
I hang out with him like twice a week now.
Yeah.
He's not only do I hang out with him as like buddies, but he's also like an amazing acting coach. Like he helps me with so much of the stuff that I do. Like
Oh, this is good to know. I'm gonna start texting you when I have it on.
Yo, let me know.
No,
Casey,
seriously,
yo.
he's
What's up?
incredible. He's helped me with so much, and like he's helped me not only with like the acting side, but like also like just get through some like personal struggles that I've been having. So not only is he a really close friend and an amazing acting coach, he's a fantastic therapist as well.
Yeah. So it definitely started on one note and has progressed to
Yes,
something
yes,
a lot
yes.
better than it was. Yeah.
Honestly, like it's really great how well we all get along. Honestly, Like, I mean, it could have sucked. Like,
No,
we could have had some like.
You guys all went to Dave and Buster's together?
we did. Yeah, that was a fun day.
That was like the day before you
Oh,
went
I
back
love
to
the
Atlanta,
Great
right?
Gatsby
Yeah,
shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
awesome.
it's a great book. But I was here for like another week and a half after that. That was
That was the last time we were gonna see.
that was the last time I saw you guys before I moved back out
Yeah,
here.
because
Yeah.
we were like, we gotta go.
And you guys went to Disneyland
Oh,
together?
Yeah, Disney Day. That
day
was
Dude, that crowd was
incredible.
good.
Yo,
day.
my
That was
selfie
fun.
game is strong.
Damn.
They took your selfie stick away. Remember that?
They
You're
did.
not allowed to have them!
Girl, I never go to theme parks. I walked in, and they were like, oh, sir, you can't take
Yeah,
that in
you're
there.
like-
And I was like,
you're
what do you
like such a
mean?
tourist.
I spent like $7 on this, and they took it away.
It's like
So
something my dad would do.
whatever.
Well, you can't take my selfie stick.
I gave it up. I didn't listen.
I'm just saying. I'm an annual
make a
pass
scene.
holder, and if I ever brought you to Disney and you showed up with a selfie stick, I'd be so embarrassed.
You would be embarrassed.
I'd be I'd be like, oh god.
I don't know this
He's
guy.
I'm not with him.
me.
Yeah.
But I brought sunscreen too, and snacks, and little other goodies for the group.
Papa Casey helping us out.
Casey.
Gotta keep them in line.
So obviously, you guys walked away with like a really awesome friendships.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hopefully, they're really good at. They hate each other. It's all an act. What do you hope like people walk away from seeing this film? Like, what do you hope they walk away with?
I mean, honestly, a lot of people have messaged me and they've been like, I never knew, and that's a huge thing. I mean, it's a really big issue. And a lot of people, I mean, the Corys are really misunderstood for sure. And I mean, I was informed going into this. Like, I mean, I didn't know all the details. So.
I think, on a larger part, it's just that it's not even necessarily that, okay, these are people in the entertainment industry and you can't just see this facade of their life and assume that everything's perfect, but expand that to everybody that you meet. Because I think that often we just see someone that's having a good time or they look good on social media and we're like, oh, they've got it all together, but there's so much more that's going on. So kind of cutting grace and love to a lot of people that you normally maybe wouldn't extend it to because you don't know what's happening in their lives.
Absolutely, yeah, and kind of to Elijah's earlier point, like just shedding light on the obvious issue, the problems in Hollywood, like as much light as we can shed on it. I think that's a good thing. I think people need to know. So,
And it's also like a cautionary tale. It's like it's not always like stranger danger. It can also be like the people that you know and trust that can take advantage, especially when you're so little and they're just like, no, you can't tell anybody. It's like it's also like something like that. Like people take advantage of you so easy. So it's like a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you look at all. I mean, I know Corey Feldman, I mean, he's gotten a lot of flack, I feel like, throughout the years, people not believing him and all this stuff. And now all these cases are coming up within Hollywood and just in general about kind of issues of sexual misconduct.
Sure.
And so it's this film is very timely,
Yeah.
I would say.
It's
Yeah.
also on personal note, I think it's great. Just as us being young actors in Hollywood, it was really nice to go into it, and as Justin said, a cautionary tale to be like, be careful, because there's a lot of things that are shiny and glitter and look like fun, but you fall into something very quickly, and it can get dangerous and scary fast. So it was, for me, anyways, I enjoyed being a part of it just so that it brought attention to be like, this is fun. Be careful.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many times you hear stories like this and you just see female victims. And so to see a movie like this talk about two male victims who were hugely popular and successful at the time and nobody knew what was going on is like a what?
And it's very taboo. I think male, sexual assault victims, it's harder for them to come forward because this machismo in a patriarchal sort of society. Whoa. But it's more difficult. People don't feel as comfortable coming forward, but that doesn't mean necessarily that it doesn't exist. And I think that, support for anyone that has the bravery to come forward and talk about it and support others. So, yeah, it's a pretty important topic.
And honestly, it was something like I don't think I've ever seen a movie like deal with male kind of sexual misconduct like this. I don't think ever.
Yeah.
So I was watching it and I was like, this is making me very uncomfortable. And I think one of those reasons is because it's not something that we usually see or that's talked about.
Yeah.
So good on you all for kind of
Good on Corey Feldman.
I know, but
right?
like literally dealing with these topics with such grace and putting it into your performances in such a great way. So I know that had to be a lot. So thank you guys.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching.
Hey,
For sure.
if this inspires people to be able to come out and talk about what's happened to them, then
If it inspires
Absolutely.
just one person, it's like great.
huge. Yep, absolutely. So we've talked about the fun times on set. We've gotten a little serious. Do you guys have a favorite Cory movie?
Now, is this one of the Corys or both Corys?
You
I think it
can-
has to be both Corys.
Both Corys.
No, you can. Yeah, tell me your favorite Feldman and your favorite Haim movie.
Okay. Stand By Me for sure. I mean, that's still one of my favorites. I love coming of age movies. That's a great one. But probably License to Drive for sure.
License to
Like,
Drive.
Stole it, man.
Like epitomizes.
I think
like,
that's
the
a
80s,
consensus
like, for
amongst
sure.
us, yeah.
I think all of us could say.
Yeah, I've been
for sure.
saying ever since I first got this, I was like, yeah, License to Drive is definitely my favorite two Corys movie of all time, and it always will be. It's just it embodies the 80s culture, and it when I remember when I watched it again, because the first time I watched it, I was very little. And when I watched it again, it was right when I booked this, and I was just starting to drive, so it was so relevant for me. And
Please don't go watch Baby Driver.
I already did.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
Don't
it.
do it. Well, also, I mean, License to Drive, Justin, Cars, Corey Haim, it's gonna have to be
Yeah.
License to Drive.
Oh, and here's a fun fact. So, for the movie premiere, I pulled up in a red Ferrari. And for those of you that don't know, Corey Haim drove a red Ferrari in License to Drive. So I just thought that was really, really cool.
Homage.
I see what
It
you
was
did
pretty
there.
cool. It was pretty cool.
It was really, really cool.
Homeboy likes
We were
his
standing
cars.
there and we just we turn around and Justin.
No. We hear the boom boom. We're like, oh, Justin's here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
have a ride.
You didn't offer to give any of them rides? I'd be like,
No.
dude, you're
I don't want to ride with him. Are you kidding me?
It's terrifying.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I was
thank you.
so excited and so scared to drive that car because it's a $300,000 car, and I literally was only allowed to drive it 2 blocks. That's all I needed because I was I didn't want to crash it, and the owner of the car was in the passenger seat with me because I was like, if I crash this,
Brave
I
man.
want you to be right here with me. And he's like, okay.
I want you to be far away.
Yeah, no, and then he offered to let me bring my girlfriend up to there, and I was like, that would be great, but she's not that into cars, and I don't really feel like dying, so I'd like to have you there with me.
Just in
So
case, yeah.
That's really sweet,
Yeah.
though.
yeah,
If
it
I was your girlfriend, I would be pissed that you did not take
Yeah,
up on
but
that
she-
offer, but
Yeah, she's probably watching right now. Hi, Chloe. So,
For anyone wondering, I showed up in a 2008 Subaru Impreza.
yeah.
I took an Uber.
No.
I Ubered to
Oh my God.
Toyota Corolla.
Nice. There you go.
Fancy.
you know who you got to live up to. Someday you guys will make it too.
Someday.
God.
So you
If I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Like,
right?
Get a Ferrari like that, yeah, Justin. Thank you.
Wait,
That will be me.
so License to Drive. Everybody's in the same.
Yeah, and definitely I
fun.
agree with Stand By Me. I mean, it's an all-star cast. It's a beautiful script, and
It's
it was
such an
delivered.
iconic movie.
Yeah, it was so
It's
subtly,
so great.
beautifully delivered. Like, it's a classic. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that I tell you what to do, but you should go watch
I've
it.
never seen License to Drive.
Oh
man,
That is
so
a
much
must
fun.
see.
This interview
And
is
if you guys
over.
haven't seen it, you need to see it. It's a
I feel like
fantastic movie.
I want to watch License to Drive with all the Corys.
You said you've seen. You've seen
let's
Lost
do
Boys,
it.
right?
Yes,
That'd be
I
awesome.
love Lost Boys.
Lost Boys is
And the
fantastic.
Goonies. Love the
Goonies,
Goonies.
yeah.
Amazing.
Love the Goonies.
Hey, we'll do a License to Drive screening. We'll
Can we?
Absolutely, let's do it.
We could like throw
Set
it
it
up
up.
on YouTube, live
Sure.
stream it. It'd be fun.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Commentary from all the Corys.
Now you see, I feel like Les Anderson here was.
Oh my god. It's okay. We were watching Star Wars earlier, and I felt
Oh my
bad because
God,
I was
yeah.
just.
Which one?
It was great. Phantom Menace.
Oh,
We were talking about Star Wars and the new one at lunch, and then we were like, "Oh, we haven't seen the prequels in a little bit," and then we're like, "We'll watch episode 1," so we threw it up.
We were talking
Yeah.
about how the prequels aren't as bad as everyone says. They're
No, but then you rewatch. So
But then-
my roommate
yeah.
Sam and I did that one day. We're
You
like,
rewatched
let's
it?
just
Yeah.
throw up Phantom. We haven't seen the Phantom Menace in a really long time. It ended up being a whole marathon all day.
Oh, of course.
And at the end of the day,
great.
we were like, what have we done? What if we just waste a day?
oh man.
I feel dumber. No,
Jeez.
It's not bad. It has Natalie Portman. We love her.
we do love her.
That's
She's
true.
come a
We do.
long way.
She has. She's killing it. Anything else from the film that you guys want to touch on before I jump into some other fun things? Anything else?
Honestly, I think Elijah said it when we were talking about a good memory or something about from set. It was really, honestly, such a delight. Everyone on the set was great.
Everyone
you
was
know,
amazing,
It was
honestly.
from start
It
to
was-
finish. I felt in good hands. This artistic creativity and just this freedom, but
Everyone
also
was really passionate about
yeah,
it, like, on set. Like,
And
was
our
great.
director, Steve. Can we give a
Oh
shout out
my
to Steve
God,
Huffman?
Steve is the best.
This one's for you, Steve. Yeah.
This multiple
Our
Steves.
engineer
Steves.
today, his name is Steve as well. So Steve is just a great guy. We love
Steves are
Steve.
good guys.
We love
yeah.
Steve's here, man.
Steve's, we're Steve fans.
Yeah, we're
We're
huge
Steve
Steve
fans.
fans.
Steve.
But our director Steve
no,
was
dude,
truly
our
awesome.
director
yeah.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
He just
Like,
let us be
everything.
like our true artists. Like he let us create and like bring the characters to life. So like after that picture right there up on the TV, actually, that was the last scene that we shot together.
Yeah.
And these two were there watching it, and yeah, that picture. And I remember like I was so into that character that he just kind of let me have like creative freedom with that last scene, and we improvised like how much was it? We improvised a good amount of that last scene, and I remember doing that Michael Jackson. If you haven't seen the movie, I do this last part where I'm like.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I know. I was like that. I was like warning to headphone users. But there's that. I remember doing that part. Oh, that picture's great too. And
Of course, that's
and-
great.
right. I just look over.
Remember
oh.
bunnies, you know, the
Bunnies, that was
callback.
favorite thing.
Yeah,
Bunnies.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This,
that
you look so much like him.
Yeah.
In this
wow.
particular
You really
look and
do.
with that bandana, I was like, whoa,
Oh my
that
gosh.
was weird.
Yeah. I remember when like Keith Coogan and Corey Feldman were on set, and Jameson, they were all on set, and they like every one of them would like look at me and be like, "You freak me out, man. I keep looking at you, and you look like Corey Haim." And I'm like, "Hey, Corey, wait, you're not Corey."
Yeah.
So that was really really cool to have the three of them like say that like over and over again. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
that was really really cool.
Can we throw up a couple pictures of like the real guys and let's just like let's just look at this because I just
see the
I wanna
real
look
Haim
at-
and Feldman.
I want to
There
look
they
at
are.
them and I want to look at you guys right now.
Can you give me some faces?
Oh, yeah, okay,
Give me
these
some
are
faces.
the youngins. This is the youngin pictures.
More pouty, Elijah.
Oh, we're doing
Yeah,
that
I
picture.
wanna-
I'm doing that picture, man. Okay.
He's see that smile
I know you guys both got it.
and that pouty. Oh,
All right, okay, let's move to the older gentleman.
yeah. Oh,
I know
What's
we're,
happening?
what's going on?
Oh no, down.
Down.
There they are.
There they are.
Oh my gosh, this is so crazy.
Hey Casey and Scott. Oh wait.
Do
no,
it,
that's
do it.
Corey.
Do it. That's so weird. See, I don't remember Corey.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's hard to look at him and then look at. I don't know where to look.
Weird. Okay, they did a good job casting. Good job casting.
Good job,
job
casting.
casting.
Because like here, you guys
Thank
don't
you,
look
casting.
like them, but yeah, in the movie, definitely.
Don't.
So now I'm gonna jump into doing my fun things that I like to do in any
fun
interviews I do.
All
Just
right.
like James
Very
Woodson.
cool.
I like
So
those.
you know, I'm always about you got to put it out in the universe. And as actors, we try to put as much out in the universe as possible because we want it all.
Amen.
If you guys like, everybody will go down the line. Dream roll.
Oh, okay, wait, okay. So in like, just make up a character, or like in like a particular.
So like
overwhelmed
so
by
for example, I've had people be like, I would kill to be a Marvel superhero. Or another person would be like, if they ever make this book into a movie, I want to be this character, or this play into a movie, I want to play this character, or I want to do the biopic of this historical figure. So
Jared Leto and Requiem for a Dream comes to mind. That would be an interesting role
Oh.
to do.
You dog.
Actually, you've told me that before.
so you'd want to do the remake.
So that's legit.
That'd be fun. But I mean something like that, or like one of the guys in Trainspotting would be really cool.
Oh yeah. Little Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Love Ewan.
Ewan.
I love
Other good thing about the prequels, Ewan.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Obi.
that,
There you go.
His midichlorian count is higher than Master Yoda's.
Oh, just for the record, this is really freaking cheesy. No one's gonna believe this, but it's true. I swear. When I was younger, people would be like, "What's your dream role?" And I would say, "Teddy Duchamp and Stand by Me." That's Corey Feldman's role and Stand by Me.
No way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That sounds so. That sounds
I
so.
know, I know,
That's
I know.
gold, man. That's
I
gold.
swear I used to say that.
You never told me that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
He's
that's
got
what I used
secrets.
to-
He told me
I
that.
think I told.
Yeah,
I think I
What
told.
the heck? I feel a little left out
I told
there,
Corey
Elijah.
that.
Feel old,
I was skeptical to tell Corey. I can't talk. I was skeptical to tell Corey that because I thought he'd be like, "Oh yeah, sure, he's just like, impress me." But no, like I really like because he and River Phoenix were like were the most troubled out of the four. So I mean we're just and something was really interesting about Teddy, like with the issues with his dad. I mean, River Phoenix's character struggled in the same way, but you know, something really interested me about Teddy's character. So yeah,
Nice.
so just for
Oh, there he is.
so,
Those glasses.
Yeah, so I thought that was fun.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
so
used
cool.
to. So that like as a kid, like I loved coming of age stuff. Like I still do, but like when I was a kid, when I could play those, that's the kind of stuff I wanted to do.
You
and
can
like
still
that
play
movie
those.
definitely.
Come on, Shailene Woodley has been playing a high school student for 10 years.
That's true.
There you go.
But
Yeah, with an
so-
ethereal baby face like that.
Shut
you
up!
know?
You're gonna be cursing your baby face.
Baby
There-
face.
in a review, someone said I have an ethereal baby face.
Oh God, we loved that.
Wait,
I look 14. I swear.
But a hauntingly beautiful young man.
But yeah.
and I agree with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Which would be a Teddy
I agree
Duchamp.
with the nice-bodied Scott Bosley.
Ooh. Is that
Yeah, they said that in the interview.
Yeah, we'll talk
Or in
about
the-
that later.
In
Whoa.
the review, yeah, it said nice-bodied
Whoa.
Scott Bosley.
Well, thank you,
wow.
mystery commenter.
Wait, can
That
I
was me.
just can I just
That was
diverge? Can I
me.
diverge really quick? What has been like your family and friends' reactions to this film? with things like that.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that was like an evil laugh.
was-
What is that all about?
Support it. I mean, they like it.
Yeah.
It's a good film. They just laugh. My family's immediate reaction is like, "You did a great job. Now just remember those lessons that you learned. You don't want to live a life like that." and they're right. They're not wrong. They're very, very
Yes.
right. So I just laughed. Sorry.
Yeah. It's been nothing but love and support for
Yeah.
me, from my friends
Yeah.
and family. It's been
Yeah.
awesome.
great.
My grandmother actually, she lives in Seattle. Hi, Gail. And
Hi, Grandma Gail.
Grandma Gail.
Gam gam.
And she actually had a red carpet event at her house
Aw,
in
that's
Seattle,
really
and she bought a dress just to watch it.
Oh my gosh, Grandma Gail.
Grandma Gail. But all my family, all my grandparents,
really sweet.
everybody's just been so fantastic.
Yeah, I've had
this whole
nothing
time.
but like positive support, and like I have had people from like around the world reach out to me. Like I was doing like an Instagram
Japan.
live video, and I had like people from Ireland, Australia, the UK like commenting, "You were amazing in the film." I was like, "Oh my God, what?"
Yeah. Also,
Like-
didn't know that they could see the film from Ireland,
I know.
Japan. You know.
Yeah, it was the weird. Like I don't know how they found it. I don't
Guys
think there's
are touching
Lifetime out
lives.
there. But like it was the craziest thing to like have people like all over the world like comment, and it was
People
so.
really, really sweet.
Yeah, people are so amazing.
been really
so,
nice,
It's been nothing
yeah.
but positive. So.
And friends have like messaged me and like family, but like friends like people like who I'm not as close to, like I didn't think would watch the movie. Like, yeah, I just saw your movie. I'm like, really? That's so nice. Like, I
Yeah.
can't believe you just like.
It's also
Yeah.
nice. There's some people that never seen me act before, so it's nice. They're like, "Hey, you did good.
I know.
And I was like,
I finally got to
I
watch-
told you I could do this.
I actually got to watch you guys act. We've never seen each
Yeah,
other
that
act
was
before.
ever. So that's crazy. Sitting down for the film is we hadn't seen anything but just the trailers, anything that had been released
Yeah.
and stuff. So we finally got to see. And I was like,
can
these guys are they're
Yeah,
good. Okay.
Yeah, y'all are
They're
talented.
actually like decent.
Decent actors.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They're
Shocking.
doing okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, these guys were all right.
That's why Yeah.
We know who the real star of the
I'm
movie
just
is.
kidding.
The one who pulled up
This
in
is
the
the real
Ferrari.
star of the movie. He had the most amazing, powerful scenes, and I just remember like when he had the first scene, like when he was in the tub, like about to commit suicide, like that. I was like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, he stuck that gun in
killed
there.
that.
Oh,
That really-
spoilers.
Watch it.
If you haven't heard the, it's
I didn't
like
hear that.
so. Back to no.
Oh yeah, we need to
I
go
was
back
I was
on.
gonna say I want to let everybody have
Yeah.
their
Oh, yes,
put
dream
their
roll.
dream roll out
Dream
into
roll.
the universe.
Yeah. Sorry.
Here,
sorry.
wait. Before you go, so because I'm gonna go back around, but we might as well just get everybody all at once. Dream role to play, dream director to work with, and dream actor to co-star with.
Oh.
Actor or actress. Okay, so now we're back to you. We're back to you. You gotta dream all.
Okay, dream role. Okay, yeah, probably like a Jared Leto and Working for a Dream. You said director?
Dream director to work with.
Oh, there are so many Scorsese, probably. Yeah.
Okay, Scorsese, it's out in the universe. You gotta put it out there. You gotta commit.
This is never gonna happen. I wanna work with Jack Nicholson so bad.
That could happen.
That could happen.
Don't say that.
That's true. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say
Yeah,
that.
no, you put negativity.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say now it's not gonna
Don't put
happen.
negativity in the universe.
It was until about
Okay.
5 seconds ago.
I want to work with him so freaking bad.
Jack Nicholson
All right.
and Scorsese.
Director.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
For me, my dream role would be like, anything like Marvel related, because I do martial arts and I do stunts.
You're
I was
Spidey, aren't you?
He does.
Yeah, you're Tom Holland. I see it. I see it.
I'd like to. That'd be
Okay,
really cool.
okay, I see it.
But I actually do stunts, and I did stunts for the Goldbergs this morning, which was a lot of fun. And
Got a
then
boo boo.
would you stop?
Okay, Papa Casey.
Yeah, seriously, keep it down, Papa Casey.
You want young kids to make her feel bad.
After.
All right, now this is getting weird.
He's just jealous.
No.
Dream.
Sorry, Chloe.
Dream director to work with. I love Spielberg. I love.
Have you seen the
Spielberg.
post yet?
I did. I did.
haven't
see
seen
the
it yet, so don't
the
tell me.
post
Let's go
is
see it.
it's incredible.
I watched Molly's game last night. Oh, I loved Molly's game.
Yeah, the post was really good. So Steven Spielberg is my dream director. My dream actor I want to work with, and it's been this way since I was like 6 years old, is Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is like my
God,
it
Jim
person in Hollywood. I met him once, and he's the most incredible person
Papa
I've
Carey.
ever met. Right? And my dream role would be like play his son, or like just be around him and like on set with him. Like that's just my dream role and my dream person to work
To
with.
work
so.
with. Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Casey? You have the longest time to think.
I know.
So
My
you
answer
better have
pretty
some
dang
good
good.
answers.
A dream role, I've always said it, and it's super duper cliche, but I stand by it. I would love to take a crack at the Joker. I love that madness. There's such a wildness in that role that it teeters, so on the brink of so many things. And as an
Not
actor,
cliche. I'd love to see you
I
do
mean,
that.
yeah, I would
think you could
love
do
to.
it.
Oh, I know I can do it.
You should just make a fan film. Really, just
I'll
of
shoot
you
it.
doing it.
One time in college, so if you guys are watching this, college buddies, we made a birthday invitation to a party, and it was Batman themed, and I got to play the Joker.
Hey.
It's still on YouTube somewhere,
Was
so
it
go check it out.
Heath's Joker or whose Joker?
I like to think it's a mix between
Casey's Joker.
It's
It's a Leach's. It's
Heath's
Leach's Joker.
Exactly.
Which is scary sounding. It's Mark Hamill's voice sort of thing with Heath Ledger's realisticness and Jack Nicholson's sort of showmanship.
Oh, okay. It's a blender them all
Yeah,
up.
listen, baby.
I see it.
Anywho,
Anyhow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so dream role and dream director.
Refn or Nolan?
Nolan.
Yeah. Again, I like the dark stuff. I really like going to those places, and he does a great job of that aesthetic. And Refn too is like really kind of disturbing in a way. Nicholas Refn. And then actor Ian McKellen. Like,
Great one.
like what just
You shall not pass.
how do I act? I go there, I stand there. It's Ian McKellen. You shall not pass. Ian McKellen. I think that would be a masterclass in and of itself.
Oh
just
my
acting
gosh.
alongside him,
No kidding.
True story.
Very cool.
I thought you were gonna say Keetin Marchi, but it's okay.
Well, drop the ball on
It's
that
okay.
one.
Ian McKellen, I get.
It's
right there. right?
Ideally, it's Ian McKellen and you and I.
Oh,
yeah, and like
perfect.
yeah.
Just kill two birds with one stone.
In
Love
a
it.
Joker-esque sort of film with Refn,
I love it. Great. Make it happen, world.
Let's go. Let's go, world.
Okay, Scott.
All right. Well, I've had a lot of time to think about this, and my answers are
Pressure's on.
Coen Brothers.
Ooh.
Oh!
So that's two. I'm sorry, is that cheating?
No,
Do I
that's
have to
not
pick
cheating.
one?
That's not
Coen
cheating.
Brothers. Coen Brothers, absolutely.
Really good.
And then to kind of tie into that, my dream role would be like in the TV series Fargo. Like an odd character in that. I absolutely am obsessed with that show, and I think it's so like beautifully crafted. I just need to be
I'm
in that
learning
show.
so much.
This is what I try to do. We get
Yeah. So, and then actor. I would just love to be in a movie with Paul Rudd because he just seems like the coolest guy
You could
ever.
play his brother or his son. You
Thank
could.
you. Thank you very much, and that's kind of what I'm going for here. that's my angle in.
Literally, your agent pitches
if you're
you.
watching
He's
this.
basically the son of Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd mixed with.
That'll be my log line, but yeah.
Did you go to Leslie Kahn?
What?
Did you go to Leslie Kahn?
No.
Oh, because if you go to Leslie Kahn, you have to do a log line. So that's what
That's just like
Gotcha.
that. Mine's like Heath Ledger with the twist of
Dude,
Ryan Felipe.
Mine is Scarlett Johansson with the quirk of Kate McKinnon.
Yes. Yeah, I see it
That's
too.
it.
Yeah.
So now that we've put cool things out in the universe, what are you guys up to now? Anything coming up now that this film is
Do we go
out?
back this way? Or do
Yeah, we do. Well, let's Scott go
Oh man,
first.
now I have no time to think about this. Oh God.
For you.
All the time.
What's coming up? What
well-
projects are?
Not too many projects in terms of acting right now. I work actually at ABC right now, and I'm working in the entertainment marketing division. So it is very busy over there. So
sure.
Yeah, we're cranking out a bunch of promos and stuff like that. So a lot of that stuff, and still auditioning and things like that.
Well,
but
pilot season.
Exactly. I'm gearing up for pilot season.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
Ooh.
That's my 2 cents.
It's a beautiful 2 cents.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's so kind.
I'll see you later.
This just got really
He will.
after
I will.
dark.
I'll walk out of here and I will see you.
Casey, what are you up to?
I got honestly the only thing coming out is a commercial in February, and then
You're in
past
every
that,
dang commercial.
Whoa.
I see him all the time on TV.
yeah, I'm delivering pizza right now. I don't know if that's still
I saw that. I looked up one day. I was like, hey, it's Casey.
Yeah. I go.
That's so
I was
exciting.
like, Dylan, come here. I think Casey's on TV, and then I pause it, and you even have Casey.
I
on your
have
name.
taste of it. They came up to me, they're like, "Look what we got you," and I was like, "I'm not really. How do I feel about this?" Like, but there's so that's in February, and then other than that, really excited about pilot season. Always writing and hoping to direct. I love the opportunity to get back into that. But yeah, looking forward to the next thing, whatever it is.
Justin, it's your, it's your
My
movie.
turn.
Go, Justin.
So I do have a feature film that's in production right now. It's called My Babysitter the Superhero. It's like a kid's movie, and I get to be a superhero. So that's really, really, really
So
cool.
you already checked one of
He's
those
already-
things off the
yeah,
box.
yeah.
Okay.
Superhero, check.
Done.
What's on the list? What's next on the
The
list?
suit was really cool.
Oh, yeah, the super
Oh
suit.
my God,
It
that's
was.
so
Was
cool.
it looks kind of like Master Chief.
It does. I thought
Right?
the same thing.
That's
Yep.
exactly my
Yeah.
first thought. I was
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Master Chief.
Yeah.
that
I don't know
makes
who
sense.
Master Chief is. Maybe
Oh,
Steve,
from
can you
Halo.
pull up a picture of Master Chief?
Halo.
Oh, Halo.
Yes.
Okay, I know what Halo,
Halo,
is.
yeah.
I know
Halo
what
guy.
Halo
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
what
yeah.
that is.
Oh, is he pulling it up? Yeah.
He's gonna pull
Pulling
up
it
Master
up.
Chief
Hold on.
right now.
Come
Too
on.
late.
Pull up Master
Too
Chief.
late.
Pull up Master Chief.
Up the photos already.
Okay.
And
It was-
you were
it was
just
like
doing
purple.
stunts on the Goldbergs.
Yeah, and I do stunts on the
Hey, there
Goldbergs,
it is.
and then I actually for the superhero movie I did my own stunts for that too, which was really, really, really cool. So hey, there he is.
Yeah, right. I'm
There's
not.
Master
Yeah,
Chief.
that's what it looks
There's
like.
no,
But
it-
you could,
it was like
you could
purple.
actually find pictures of it on my Instagram. You just scroll
Without
down a little
guns.
bit, or you could just search the hashtag
'cause
My
it's
Babysitter the
kids' movie.
Superhero on Instagram,
Oh.
and pictures of it will come up. I'm in the blue super suit. Super suit. So yeah, that thing was it was so great. Like being able to say that I have my own super suit. That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah,
not
well,
cool,
one of
that's
those things I'm going to throw out in the universe right now is I've always wanted my own action figure, so it's something
Oh,
an
yeah.
action role
One,
that
Yeah.
like
one of those pop
gives me one
vinyl
of those
figures that are
things.
like huge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those.
You would have a
You know
big
you
head.
made it.
Elijah. Elijah Wood. I know you're not Elijah. I love the name though.
Casey. People say that all the time.
It's a great, unique name.
Oh, I was talking about Elijah Wood saying I'm a Never mind.
You don't look like I guess kind of.
You went Elijah Wood. People are always like, oh, Elijah Wood. Like, but anyways.
Moving swiftly forward.
I have, there's a New Line cinema movie called Tag coming out. I'm playing a young John Hamm in that movie. So.
Oh.
So yeah,
I see
that was a lot of fun.
He's really
That was a
good
whole
at
lot
these
of fun.
young. So
John,
I just
John
need to-
Hamm as in Don Draper, right? That's who John, right?
Yeah.
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 I just need to
I
be like
know,
a young
that's-
John Cusack. Everyone says
Yeah.
that John Cusack. So
That was horrible. Come on,
Yeah.
more.
There
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
whoa,
Okay, so wait,
We're
wait,
breaking
wait.
this
Settle
down.
down.
We're gonna look in this camera right here. Corey's.
Okay.
Corey's secret handshake. Ready?
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Ready?
god. Oh my god.
I'm gonna mess this up.
You remember it? Yeah, I remember.
There we go.
There you go.
They do that.
That's it.
We don't do
But
that.
yeah,
You
so
don't do-
Yeah,
they've
we didn't do the
grown
hand.
up.
Yeah.
But
We don't
this
have
This
so
is
many
too
hands.
much. It's like we
Yeah.
have to do the adult
Just
version.
yeah.
Just that.
but yeah, I have that coming
Punch each
out.
other
That's
out.
Awesome.
June. So
June.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's the one.
You're good. You're
There
good.
it is.
Oh, right there. Right
Ah,
there.
there it is.
Look at that hair.
Righteous.
You all have great hair, by the way.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My mom will appreciate that.
So I get see now they're telling me to wrap. So finally, I have to say goodbye. This has been such a fun interview.
Yeah, it's
Thank
been
you
awesome.
really
Yeah.
so much.
So
You guys
thank
can
you.
come back anytime.
Thanks for having us.
thank you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah,
It was
please
awesome.
let me know when you guys have things kind of coming down the pipeline, and I'll
Yeah.
try to get
Or
you in.
when
and-
we're gonna watch License to Drive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
Okay,
happening.
well,
Yes.
we'll let you guys all know through our social medias, which we'll tell you again now.
It's me, Scotty_B. I forgot it.
you gotta
Yeah,
get
that's
the
very,
underscore.
very important.
Underscore.
Underscore.
Very important.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. It's me underscore Scotty B. No, it's me, Scotty_B.
B. Underscore B. Okay, Casey.
Casey Leach, CASEYLEACHH.
H.
Justin?
H. My Instagram is Justin Ellings, and my Twitter is also Justin Ellings.
Instagram and Twitter. My Twitter sucks. My Instagram's better.
I will
it's
second that.
It's 8 Elijah Marcano 8. So yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Awesome,
Thank
and
you.
you guys can catch A Tale of Two Corys it's on Hulu streaming.
Oh, snap.
It's on Hulu, and
know that.
if you go on Lifetime.com and you type in the Hulu thing, they will let you watch it, as well as it's on Lifetime right now.
It's on Amazon and iTunes.
Amazon, iTunes,
yeah.
all that stuff. So make sure you guys check it out. It's a great film, and obviously has some amazing actors in it. You guys can
Aw,
follow
shucks.
me all over the interwebs at Keetin Marchi. Thanks so much for watching this episode of iTalk Movies.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.